Welcome back everybody to Bulls to the Wall Trading, a channel dedicated for new traders. This is a channel where I will share my experiences in the stock market. I share my tips, my tricks, strategies, watch list, recaps, and I answer your questions, any questions that you might have. I answer them and I make videos for you guys so that you guys can learn how to trade in the stock market, how to be a momentum day trader in the stock market, because that's what I do. I trade momentum. I'm not a swing trader. I just trade momentum. So if this is something that you're interested in, you came to the right place. I hope that all these videos are informative and educational, and if you have any questions, please feel free to comment asking me for clarification, and I will make videos. I do want to let you guys know that I am not a financial planner. I'm not a financial advisor. So any information that I give out, any stocks that I give out, that's just my opinion. By no means does that mean that you need to go ahead and buy into these stocks. No, please do your own research. And also, I am not being sponsored by any company to use their trading platform or anything like that. I'm just doing things that work for me and passing that information along to you guys. Alright, so this video is going to be my watch list for Wednesday, September 27th, 2017. So let's get right to it. So I'm gonna be keeping an eye on CAPR. I've had this one for the last couple of days, and it consistently makes a little move in the morning. As you can see right here, it kind of made a little move, and I think yesterday it did as well. Let's see. Yeah, so I mean, in the long term, it's just been consistently moving up, and you guys should be able to see that. Let me draw a trend line for you guys so you guys can see the uptrend. So you guys should be able to see that steady uptrend right there. So it's just been consistently moving up. This is a trend line. If you guys don't know what that is, please leave me a comment and I'll go into detail about that. But yeah, it's been steady going up. So I'm gonna keep that on my watch list, and ideally we want this one tomorrow to break above the 241 mark. So this was my old line, so I'm going to replace it with a new one at the 241 mark. I forgot to change it back. Alright, let's try again. I'm going to set my line at 241, and that's because that's the high point that it reached today. And again, I am a momentum trader. I trade the pre-market highs or the previous day highs. So that is today's high, 241. So tomorrow we would want it to curl back up and break above that 241 resistance line. If it does that, it could be a good play. It's not just breaking above this line, it's other things as well. You know, a good volume, MACD, RSI, that goes into it as well. Alright, so now let's look at the other ones. PMTS. The reason I like this one, as you can tell, it kind of moved up. It made a pretty big jump at around 3 in the afternoon today, and it reached the highs of 116. So that's where I draw my line, at the 316 mark, and just hoping that tomorrow in the pre-market it can kind of touch that 116 or go above it. If it does go above it, and this goes for all of them, if the price does go above this line in the pre-market, I will then adjust. I would delete this line and then draw a new line on the new high. So if this one, let's say tomorrow at 9 in the morning, it goes to 118, I'll delete this line and then I'll draw my new line at 118, because that's the newer high. So this line wouldn't be effective anymore because the price broke above. This one in particular, I'm not too fond of it because the chart looks a little choppy and a little crappy. You know, it's a little bit stagnant here. All these little white dots, that's where the price opened and it closed, essentially meaning that price didn't do anything, and that's not really a good sign. So this isn't my favorite, but it did make that semi-big move forward, upward. So that's why I'm keeping that one on my watch list. Alright, next one, CVEO. Same thing. This one had a uptrend towards the end of the day. It finished at 289, and it's been not doing much right now in the post market, but tomorrow we want it to go above that 289, and that could be in play if it does go above that. Keep in mind that the whole dollar amounts are a big resistance line, or big mental resistance. So if this one breaks above 289, it could get stomped out at $3. So just keep that in mind. Next one is the MPI. Let's see. Alright, this one I like because I traded this one last week, and I walked away making 12 cents a share, which is pretty good. This one I like because it started off, really not doing much, and then it gapped up to 99 cents. And like I just said, whole dollar amounts are a big resistance point. So this one didn't even get to $1. And that's one of the reasons why I like it, because if this one can break above $1, it could see a lot of gains. Now the graphs doesn't really look that good. The chart doesn't look pretty good. It's kind of choppy, kind of stagnant, but I think that if it can break that 99, actually I'm going to delete this 99. I want to put it at $1 because that's the real resistance. If it can break above that $1 mark, it could go up big time. So I'm going to keep an eye on this one as well. GST is the next one. You guys can see what it did. It opened up and it just gapped up towards the afternoon to 87 cents to a high of 87, and then it just sold off and it consolidated. Same thing with all these stocks. You draw your line and you monitor it tomorrow morning to see what it does. It can sell off, it can consolidate, or it can just hang around close to 87, or it can break above. Nobody knows what it's going to do, but we're identifying the potential. And there's potential on this one for a break above 87. So that's what we're going to keep our eye on. And this is the same thing with all these stocks. So if you start to watch my videos, you're going to see that I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's repetition. AVGR is the next one that I like. This one I like as well. I really like this one actually because it made a 30-cent jump after the market closed. So it must have had some good news. Yeah, Avenger gets European marking nod for restenosis treatment with, well, it got good news, so that's why the big jump. So look how much it's moving in the post market. Now look at all this movement in the post market, which is this light gray area, as compared to this one, no movement. So that's why I like this one a lot, because look at all this movement going on in the post market. So my hopes is that in the pre-market all this movement keeps going, and in the market open it goes above 51. Now keep in mind that in the pre-market it can break this 51 cent mark, and again you have to keep up with it and keep drawing new lines. So if in the pre-market it breaks 51 and goes to 60 cents, then I'll draw my line at 60, and that's my new point for a break above. So this one I like as well. MARA is the next one. Again, you guys should start seeing a repetition here. The price went up, it touched a resistance at 50 cents, which is a whole number, and it just kind of went back down, came back up, and it's trying to get back there again in the post market. I'm gonna keep an eye on this one tomorrow morning, just the same thing as with the other ones, hoping for a break above. ITUS, this one's the one that I've been watching for the last couple of days, but I haven't been able to play it. Monday I had to walk away from my desk and I missed it, and today I had broker issues, but I'm still gonna keep this one in my watch list because it just keeps crushing it. Let's take a look at the long term. Yeah, I mean, look at this thing, is absolutely killing it. From 217 all the way to, look at that trend. Oh man, let's try again. It's just in a steady uptrend from 242 to 549. It's in 2 days basically. It's been crushing it. So I'm going to keep this one on my watch list. Go back to 1 minute. So this line right here was my old line for today. So I am going to delete this line because it's not valid anymore, and I'm going to put it right here at the high at 549. Oh man, wrong tool. At 549. And again, we want to break above that, or if it breaks above 549 tomorrow morning, draw a new line, and that would be our newer point that we wanted to break above. And ETE is the next one. Same thing, you guys should be starting to see the movement up. I had an old line here, I didn't capitalize on it. I don't think I was watching this one today, but it moved up, consolidated, reached the high of 94 cents. So that's where I'm going to draw my line. And again, keep in mind that whole dollar amounts are a big resistance point. So this one, if it breaks 94, it could get stopped out at $1. So you can see 6 cents per share. A safer point would be to buy in if it breaks out $1, but that would be up to you. I think I'd be okay making a 6 cent profit, but I'll just draw a line right here at the whole dollar amount, at the whole dollar mark, just so I can keep that in mind, and then I'll see how it reacts tomorrow. Last one, INPX, and same thing. This is a pattern. I mean, this isn't rocket science. This is the same thing on all these stocks, and I do this every single night. So you identify the high, which is 57 cents. I draw my line. There it is. And by now you guys should be able to fill in the blanks. I'm gonna watch this one tomorrow morning in the pre-market and hope for a break above. Now, all of these that I'm watching, I can almost tell you that most of these won't move the way I want them to, and only one or two will actually do what I want them to do. But you still have to follow through with them. You still have to watch them. In the morning, I also run a different scanner, which will tell me the stocks that are currently moving in the pre-market, and that will show me different stocks than the ones that I have here. That's gonna be it for this watch list. Please like and subscribe. Please leave me any comments if you don't understand anything that I just went over. If you don't know how to read candlesticks, if you don't know the platform that I'm using, which is TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim. If you don't know how to read level 2, time and sales, how to create a watch list, how to do a scan, if you want my scan, if you want my criteria, if you want me to go over the process of identifying potential stocks for the next day, please leave me a comment and I'll share all that information with you guys. I have no problem doing that. That's what this channel is for. I want to share everything that I can, everything that I know. By no means am I saying that I'm a pro. By no means am I saying that I'm the best trader in the world. I'm just an average guy sharing my information. I'm gonna leave it there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and good luck trading tomorrow. Have a good what's today, Tuesday? Yeah, have a good Tuesday night, everybody. Thanks.